Hey, so this is an experiment, running with a selfie stick, seeing if I can do vlogs / what Kevin is calling mini podcasts while I run. Not while I run, no. So I was thinking about this because I ran into this thing today on Reddit. There's a fight card last night at Lumpini. I actually don't know whether this was last night or this morning, but people were very excited about one fight on this show, and they were talking about it on Reddit. They were like getting really excited about how amazing this KO was. And someone in this thread was like, "Oh man, this fight really saved the night for me." And a comment under that comment was like, "Saved the night? Every fight was a KO." And the reason I'm laughing is I came out of the room and I said to Kevin, the person who wrote this comment wrote it as if this is a really good thing, as if like having every single fight be a KO is like awesome, like this is the best thing that you would want. And I'm like, this tells me a lot about the state of fans, modern fans. And I think this might be something that's like kind of hard for people to understand, or for people to, I don't know, wonder why I don't think that's awesome that every single fight is a knockout. Knockouts are totally part of the fight game. This is something that happens, but it's a little bit like I don't know, an insanely dangerous play in football, or like a car crash in NASCAR. Like, cars crash in NASCAR. This is something that happens, but you don't want a crash on like every lap. Like, that would be not good for the sport. And I understand that like people want, promotions want highlights, like they want to be able to have these like highlight knockouts, and so the more knockouts you get on any given show, the more bang for your buck you're getting. Basically, you spent this amount of money. Spend this amount of money for this amount of fights, and then you get all this media out of it. So if you get a lot of knockouts out of that, that's awesome. Watching it, I don't understand. Like, I'm of the age that Mike Tyson was on a tear when I was a little kid, and you could watch him on pay-per-view. So I never saw Mike Tyson fight. My family never got pay-per-view. I'd never seen it, whatever. But you'd hear this lore about Mike Tyson, which is that like you'd get the pay-per-view, you'd get all your friends to come over, you'd have a party, you'd like watch the prelims, and then finally Tyson comes out and knocks his opponent out in 90 seconds. And like spend all this time waiting to watch him, spend all this money on the pay-per-view, and then the fight's over in 90 seconds because he's a KO monster. This is like part of the lore of Mike Tyson, but there's also a degree of disappointment to like, you just get a knockout and you get a 90-second fight. What I was saying to Kevin is I'm like trying to like pump up the popular part, or like the exciting part of something, to make it all that doesn't make any kind of sense. It'd be like occasionally in like comic books or in movie franchises or something, they'll kill like a main character. Like, I remember when Superman died, when that comic came out, that was crazy. Or you look at like the Marvel movies, and you have a bunch of like heroes, like actual heroes, get killed in a certain universe because of Thanos or whatever. And it's like amazing because no one expected that. It's like such a bold, amazing thing to do. Because you're like, let's do it in every movie. So now in every movie, someone has to die, or like in every movie, 50% of the 50% now need to be killed, and you just have to keep like moving it on. Like, you can't take something that's excited due to its rarity and pump it to make it the main thing. This is like, you know, if diamonds are worth so much, why don't we just make a bunch of diamonds? It's like, because you don't understand the value of rarity, I guess is the way to say that. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the like every single fight is a knockout. To me, I remember when I first moved to Thailand and we were up in Chiang Mai, there was one stadium up in Chiang Mai that was considered the kind of like dirt one. It's like the really low cost stadium. It's not that way anymore, people don't think about it that way, but it was like the seedy one. And when we would go there, like every single fight would be a knockout, and it was just completely mismatched. Like, you'd have the shortest fight night. You'd have like 12 or 13 fights on the card, but it'd be over in like 40 minutes because they were all knockouts. Right now, Max Muay Thai has 3 fights every night. It's like all just for these busloads of Chinese tourists. If you get 3 knockouts, you basically have like 25-minute show. Like, I don't know how that works in like an actual going to see a fight marketing game. I guess it works when what you're trying to produce is like highlight reels or something. But so that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm laughing about on my run. It's about this like awesome, awesome. Every single fight's a knockout. I'm a phobie, I guess. So yeah, those are my 2 cents. I have to start running again. My heart rate's dropping. That's all.